How can he change his mind so skillfully? I'm a genius, so if I wanted to, I have the confidence that I could scam everyone here and take their money. Go and do it, Kay. Go and do it. In other words, it would cost a lot of money. And you'll also be detained later. Wait, what is Kokorogi being detained for? Alright. Redeem yourselves, traitors. Except for Kay. Kay doesn't have to do anything. What the? 2 years later? 2 years later, bruh. They asked me if Tomodachi Game was based off of Squid Game. Do not dare to bring this Squid Game. My answer is, I don't know. What the heck is wrong with you, Shibe? I am pregnant. I'm not lying. Masakazu Shibe is really the man I choose and love, after all. He has the most money. But I'm sorry, Mom. I'll pretend I didn't hear that and my app screwed up again. But if I survive because I kept those words, it means that Mom... My app screwed up again! Huh. Move stuff around and now this kind of looks empty. It's the final chapter. Hoping I got copyright for that. Hey, what's up, guys? It's probably not maybe your favorite YouTuber here. I'm not sure I'm ready. I feel like I'm about to cry. Regardless of the ending. It's actually the day after the chapter was posted. I feel like I'm just gonna... If I don't do it now, I'm just gonna keep on putting it off because I don't want it to end. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be it. This is the last chapter of Tomodachi Game. Believe it or not, I actually haven't read the bonus rock, paper, scissors game. I straight up didn't know that was a thing. Sub chapters, whatever. And then before I know it, I see people's YouTube edits listing all the Tomodachi Game arcs, and they mentioned that as well as a coin flip and not Setone, something else with Yuichi apparently. And I was just like, what the heck is this? And then I find out that there's bonus chapters that I skipped over, and I just figured, okay, well, I can check those out. So technically those will be my last chapters, but whatever. And maybe they'll release some sort of bonus epilogue thing. I have no idea. I love how the subreddit literally has a discussion and theories. I love this texting. I love the texting bubble. Don't get rid of it. But I love how it just has a chapter 127 discussion and theories. Theories? I guess theories about interpreting the ending? I don't know. Anyway. 52 pages. So, 52 pages. 2 of them are in color. And I'm gonna really try make sure I'm not reading them out of order like last time, because boy oh boy was that awkward. Okay, let's just see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so far so good. Okay, here we go. I assume it's going to be the first and the last pages are, I feel a little bit off-centered. But the first and the last pages are probably going to be in color. I'm not ready to read that last page, man. Oh my goodness. I'm going to read everything up to it, and then I'm going to be like, oh, I gotta wait. Yuichi, are you counting your money again? I can't help it, okay? I have to survive for 2 weeks on just this much. Well, money is important indeed. However, there's something more important than money in this world. What is it? Friends. What's this? No, this is... Oh, wait. Okay, I guess the 2 pages are just here. Right? Final chapter. Will you guys remain friends? They're walking on a beach together. Wow. It's okay. A real swindler wouldn't let anyone realize that they had been deceived till the end. A real swindler? So that person is a swindler? Your father told me about her past, on our way to the final game venue. She didn't have any relatives and was poor, so she had to work while attending college. However, she was always cheerful and kinder than anyone. So everyone was attracted to her, and before they knew it, all 4 of them, including my father, had fallen in love with her. Sorry. That's why none of them could resist playing the Tomodachi game that Yuichi had set up, which led to that tragedy. That's how special she was to them all. But there's another way to look at this tragedy. 5 people who met by chance and became friends, all of them ended up falling in love with one of them. To make matters worse, that person had an incurable disease and was discovered by a bad guy at the wrong time. Moreover, as if by some twist of fate, she was unable to have children, but she wished for one, so she adopted Yuichi. As a result, the Tomodachi game began, and the tragedy occurred. There are just too many coincidences. Right, that's another way of looking at it. Was it because of all these coincidences that the tragedy occurred? Or was this a deliberately created situation, rather than a coincidence? Deliberately? Are you saying that she was the person behind it? Obviously, I have no proof. But another thing I heard was that her doctor was an accomplice. We heard about that too. Her doctor was in cahoots with Taizen Shiba and the others, right? Wait a sec. Taizen Shiba and the others? You're not talking about Yuichi, are you? He didn't even know that she could get pregnant. No. The ones in cahoots with the doctor were not Taizen Shiba and Yuichi. It was her. Your father learned 3 things from questioning her doctor. First, at the instruction of Taizen Shiba, the doctor would speak positively or negatively about her condition, depending on the situation. Second, she was actually pregnant with sorry, I can't say that name. With Masakazu Shibei's child during the Tomodachi game. And third, she didn't actually have an incurable disease. Okay, sorry, this is my reaction video, okay? This isn't just my audiobook, this is my reaction video. But I don't really care about any of the backstory I got into this manga because I really like the mind games and seeing what kind of messed up stuff Yuichi does to win, giving him an edge on Akiyama, in my opinion, even if everyone thinks that Yanakoji beats him. But whatever. I'm on volume 4 of Classroom of the Elite. I'm working my way through it. About that, I got a bit of a concerning text from someone and I just needed to respond to it and then take the rest of the day to myself because I don't think I would have been in the right mood. But I'm better now, and now I'm going to turn off my dehumidifier because I noticed that if I stick in earbuds, like, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but the camera seems to do a good job at, like, if I'm over here, you hear my voice more in one earphone, and over here you hear it more in another earphone. So when the dehumidifier is blasting over there, it sounds a bit uneven in the audio on either side because the dehumidifier is adding some extra noise over there. But when it's off, it doesn't seem to be that big of a deal as long as I keep myself roughly in the center of the thing. Okay, anyway, I need to find it again. Hold on, okay. Okay. Blah 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 blah. If that is an original tone, I'm copywriting it, and if it is not an original tone, then it's a coincidence. I don't know what to tell you. I don't even remember where we were. I just remember that I kind of just stopped just to kind of mention that I didn't really care about all this backstory stuff, but I guess, like, you know, we gotta wrap it up now. Almost done. I like how technically the final game isn't being beaten until the very end. Even Liar Game, technically the game was beaten in the second to last. Anyway. Something that I've also noticed just about stories in general is that they seem a lot more cool when they're being explained rather than when you're actually watching them. Like, just something that I've noticed about, like, lots of Doctor Who episodes and lots of manga and, like, Doctor Who comic books and stuff like that. Like, the concept of whatever it's called, the Omega device, they sound really cool in concept. And then you actually go and read the story and you're like, I don't know what this is. 5 people who met by chance and became friends. All of them ended up falling in love with one of them. I don't understand that sentence, but whatever. To make matters worse, that person had an incurable disease and was discovered by a bad guy at the wrong time. Moreover, as if by some twist of fate, she was unable to have children, but she wished for one, so she adopted Yuichi. As a result, the Tomodachi game began, and the tragedy occurred. It's recording. I don't want to have some sort of hyper reaction when it's not recording. I don't want to have some sort of hyper yeah moment when it's not recording. There are just too many coincidences. Right, that's another way of looking at it. But was it because of all these coincidences that the tragedy occurred? Or was this a deliberately created situation, rather than a coincidence? Deliberately? Are you saying that she was the person behind it? Obviously, I have no proof, but another thing I heard was that her doctor was an accomplice. We heard about that too. Her doctor was in cahoots with Taizen Shiba and the others, right? Wait a sec, Taizen Shiba and the others? You're not talking about Yuichi, are you? He didn't even know that she could get pregnant. No, the ones in cahoot with the doctor were not Taizen Shiba and Yuichi. It was her. Your father learned 3 things from questioning her doctor. First, at the instruction of Taizen Shiba, the doctor would speak positively or negatively about her condition, depending on the situation. Second, she was actually pregnant, with Masakazu Shibei's child. I'm sorry that I struggle with pronouncing some of these names, it takes some practice. During the Tomodachi game. And third, she didn't actually have an incurable disease. Of course, the fact that she was sick wasn't a lie. She had a pre-existing heart condition. However, the symptoms could be controlled by taking medication regularly. If he knew that, she and her doctor were accomplices. We could see the tragedy that happened then in a different light. So maybe that was her secret Yuichi found out in the end. He even killed the parent who raised him in order to protect the woman he loved. Remember to mute that word. But she turned out to be a completely different person. That's why Yuichi was so deeply hurt. And mute that too. If that was the truth, Can you understand what Yuichi did? You can't, can you? Yutori. Because if that were true, why did Yuichi keep saying that? I've changed because of her words. I've come to realize that friends are more important than money. How did he feel to value the words of a woman who hurt him? Plus, Yuichi while laughing. But I literally have a list on my phone of times where someone who kind of ticked me off said something that actually helped me a lot. There's someone I know who I really didn't like, but when she told me that apparently water can quench thirst when other drinks can't. Obviously when you're thirsty, you can drink anything. But when you're really thirsty, not thirsty as in, your throat's drying up and you're dying, but, thirsty as in, there are 2 different kinds of thirsty. Thirsty as in, you just want to, get a bit of liquid on your tongue. Thirsty as in, you just want to drink something, or thirsty as in, your throat genuinely feels robbed of water. In that case, drinking lemonade and orange juice, they can work for a few minutes, but then the thirst very quickly comes back, sometimes even stronger. Drinking water will actually quench it, though. There was someone else I knew who also was really, really annoying, but once he actually told me that to protect my eyes, instead of looking at my phone in the darkness, I can turn on my flashlight. I don't have to turn on a lamp all the time. I can just turn on a flashlight. So that was interesting. My mom still won't take that advice, but whatever. Is that something a wounded child would do? Can you really understand his feelings, Chiho-chan? That's why it's called a counter-gamble. Originally, counter-gambles were bets that were placed on both sides so that you'd never lose, whether the coins landed on heads or tails. It's a winning strategy in gambling. Perhaps Yuichi-senpai did this, not just in gambling, but in everything he did. I've been bothered by this ever since I first met him. I don't get all these flashbacks. I need to really reread the manga, man. How can he change it? Wait, when he was, offering Shibei to betray Kokorogi, was that, one of those things? How can he change his mind so skillfully? I'm a genius, so if I wanted to, I have the confidence that I could scam everyone here and take their money. Go and do it, Kay. Go and do it. But I won't do it. Or rather, I can't do it. I especially thought about this after I played the Tomodachi game. I have a conscience, too. The more I get to know someone, the more guilty I feel about deceiving them. On the other hand, if you're deceived by someone close to you, you'll feel even more hurt and angry. That's normal, right? Yes, but Yuichi-senpai is different. If it's for his own goals, he'll betray anyone, without hesitation. But if someone betrays him, he can quickly change his mind. He acts like everything is within his expectations, but he can strike back immediately at those who betray him. In other words, Yuichi-senpai has both the heart of trust others and the heart to not trust anyone, and he switches between them as needed. He makes a counter-gamble in his heart. That's why he can sympathize, but also trample on anyone's heart. He can make all emotions, true or false, at any time. That's the ideal successor that Taizen Shiba wanted from Shinji-kun, but no human could do that. That's why Yuichi-senpai said he was broken, and that's also why he was able to his beloved mother while laughing. He'll even throw away his life. Oh, yeah. Why the heck is he crying? For the sake of his own goals. So that's the truth. Nobody knows that. In the end, only Yuichi Katagiri knows the truth. Father! The surgery is over, right? How is he? Is Yuichi okay? He survived. I see. But the chances of him regaining consciousness are extremely slim. I'm going to reset the footage. I haven't actually had to do that since the older camera. Sometimes in the middle of recording a clip, it'll just like randomly corrupt itself, and then I can never play it again, and it just shows a gray icon with a yellow question mark. That was what my old camera did anyway, I don't know. But like, it only did that once, and then I never did it again, so maybe this new camera would only do it once too, but still, when is that once? Or maybe it's just a rare occurrence, and maybe it'll just happen all the time now, despite it being rare, whatever. The chances of him regaining consciousness are extremely slim, so he's like in a coma, I guess. No way. Even though hypothermia had caused minimal brain damage, we were too slow. Frankly speaking, his condition is so bad that life-prolonging treatment would not normally be given. And he has no family to make that choice. The doctor told me to make a decision. Should I let him die, or should I believe in a miracle and try to prolong his life? What will you choose, father? I would think Shiho would just be telling him, let him live. But I think people don't really know what to think of Yuichi. About that, I'm sorry. But I want you guys to decide. Yeah, they should decide. They're his friends, but what the heck is he to Yuichi? I don't even know who this guy is, honestly. Sorry. I know, I'm a fake fan. Because there's still some hatred for him left in me. In fact, when I saw him get shot, I could neither worry nor rush over to him. I'm a failure as both an adult and a police officer. Father. So it's better for you guys to make this important decision. You are his friends, after all. In that case, wait, Shiho. Before you make a decision, I must speak of the harsh reality. First, if you choose to extend his life, you cannot stop midway. He will remain on life support until he regains consciousness, or... And as I said earlier, the life-prolonging treatment they're currently giving him is something special that we wouldn't normally give to someone without a family. In other words, it would cost a lot of money to keep Yuichi Katagiri alive. Obviously, that means the people who decide to prolong his life will have to bear the burden, right? Yes, if that's what you decide to do, I'll support you as much as I can, but at best I can only take your place, Shiho. On the other hand, Tenji-kun has no parents, and I heard he dropped out of school too. In Kokorogi-kun's case, Tsugumi doesn't seem to be in a good condition, and he'll also be detained later. Wait, what is Kokorogi being detained for? And Makoto-kun, following Masakazu's arrest, all Shibei's family's assets will be seized. Moreover, you may have to shoulder his debts incurred for faking his... What? Debts don't go to family members, do they? Well, I guess Shibei is kind of in cahoots with this, so it wouldn't look good in a court of law, but I don't know. Either way, you'll have to pay a huge amount of money. In addition to the difficult situations that you have to face and survive, it's a very difficult choice. But I want you guys to discuss it amongst yourselves and come up with an answer. After all, we made the wrong choice because we couldn't talk things through properly. Alright. Redeem yourselves, traitors! Except for K. K doesn't have to do anything, man. He's not even one of the original 6. He can, the original 5, he can just go free. After that, there was a long moment of silence. I can't blame them. No matter how much we think about it, we can't figure out the truth. I also understand everyone's troubled feelings because we learned the power of money through this game and how it drives people mad, how fragile and easily broken friendships are. But that's exactly why we have to answer this question, because this will definitely be the last Tomodachi game. The chapter would end right here if it wasn't the last one, but it's got to be double-lengthed. I have made my decision. My answer is... What the? 2 years later? 2 years later, bruh. 2 years later. I did not expect to have a time... I did not expect to have a time jump to 2 years later. Well, okay. I mean, to be honest, like I kind of did. Like, I always thought that this manga, like, the final thing would be, like, you know, maybe 1 year later. They'd all still be hanging out. Kay would just show up and be some cool, muscular pro wrestler, whatever, genius wrestler. So 2 years later. I expect 1 year time jump, not 2. Maybe 5, but not 2. Kay. Hey, it's Satone! Satone. I forgot about Satone. Long time no see. Yeah. So, how's everything? Oh my gosh, it's going to be so weird seeing these characters act in normal life after seeing them participate in these games. Bro, I was talking to someone yesterday and they were kicking me off so much, man. Like, they kept on asking, they asked me if Tomodachi Game was based off of Squid Game. Do not dare to bring this Squid Game up as a potential inspiration for this masterpiece. Squid Game was made in 2021, and this was made in 2014, and Lion Game was made in 2005. And they were all like, oh, well, Squid Game tells a really interesting story, though. Takes me off so much, man. And then they all of a sudden talked about, like, I think, like, they were all talking about, like, oh, well, are there evil spirits in the manga? And I was like, no, it's not supernatural. These games could actually exist. Anyway, back to the manga. It seems impossible to catch everyone involved in the Tomodachi Game after all. There were more police officers involved in the game than I expected, and as a result, some people have escaped their crime and gone missing. However, the ringleader is fully cooperating with the investigation, so compensation for the victims is likely to be completed soon. What, Shibe's dad is helping? Like, that's good on him, but, like, I don't even really remember, like, what Shibe's dad did. I know that he started it all, but, like, I think I'm thinking back to that Reddit post when someone asked, like, is Yuichi going to jail? And someone said, well, what? He didn't actually commit any crimes. He just manipulated a bunch of people in this dumb game. I don't know. We need one of those videos, if Yuichi Katagiri were charged for his crimes. And what about you? What is that, a little stick of sugar for her coffee? Oh no, it's ice cream. Whoa, Kay's in a suit! As you can see, I'm studying. Whoa, so the genius is studying too. Of course. I had no goals before, but now I do. Oh, what are they? I'll become rich. Rich? What the heck? At first I thought I'd be a doctor or a lawyer. Heck is a really weird word. Like, it's something that's used instead of a swear word, but now it's become like almost too not a swear word to actually be used. I find people usually use hell instead of heck. I don't know, whatever. At first I thought I'd be a doctor or a lawyer, but other people can be that too. In fact, some people are working so hard in order to become one. Oh, it's Shiho with cut hair. Those are the guys from the prison game in Tenji. What the heck? Oh, these are all they're all characters. Because that's the doctor guy from the Friendless game. Everyone else is also trying their best. That looks like a Shishia. Everyone else is also trying their best to find what they can do. For the sake of our friend. For the sake of your friend. He's not regaining consciousness yet? That said, I'm going to become rich so I can help those clumsy people anytime I want. In that case, please support me the most, clumsy one. Very funny. Anyway, what triggered you to make your final decision? Oh, that? The words that came from the most unexpected person, I guess. I've made my decision. My answer is... I don't know. What the heck is wrong with you, Shibe? What? I'm sorry. This is like... What? Why is Shibe... Sorry, that panel's so weird. Why is Shibe looking like... I don't know. Hooray, I'm so glad, Shibe, you've made your decision. Everyone clap. Get up, come on, clap. Sorry, I'm literally going insane. Page 34, bro, we're getting there. Come on, Shibe, please. Can't you be more serious and think about it? I'm dead serious. The truth is, Yuichi asked me before the school trip, what is a friend to you? I desperately thought about it in my own way. What exactly is a friend? In the end, I couldn't come up with an answer, so I honestly said, I don't know. But even though I can't explain the logic, I still feel like I want to be with you. So, we're friends. When I answered that, Yuichi looked surprised for a second. But then he smiled with a nice look on his face. It's so like you, Shibe. For some reason, I can really imagine Yuichi's voice actor from the anime saying that line. It's so like you, Shibe. So I've decided to be honest this time, too. My answer is, I don't know. Is Yuichi a good guy or a bad guy? Which choice is the right one? I don't know anything. The only thing I know for sure is... Sorry, it keeps jumping everywhere! What the hell? Sorry, I gotta reset. Yeah, because from the back of his head it kind of looked like Kay, but Shibe does have blonde hair. Okay, okay, here we go. I literally just found it! Why are you going? Sorry, my freaking app is not working right for some reason. Oh my god. Just work. Just let me read. Okay, here we go. As I was saying, the only thing holy crap, that face is creepy. The only thing I know for sure is that I don't want Yuichi to... Maybe I still consider Yuichi a friend. Shibe. Kokorogi's crying! Kokorogi got tears! Kokorogi's crying! Kokorogi. In the end, everyone was thinking the same thing, but they couldn't find the words to explain it. Only Shibe can make sense out of logic like that. Shibe's on another astral plane to the rest of us. Because they thought anything that had no logic on basis was fake. I thought people who believed in fakes were stupid. So the genius Kei Shinomiya, who hates idiots, was saved by idiots. Well, yeah, maybe in the end a kind-hearted, brainless fool is the one who saved the world. So the next thing to... So the next thing to do is, yeah, we prepared ourselves for the worst and chose that option. Next, when I click on a panel, I just have to click on it again. Don't swipe or it screws up everything. Goes back to the beginning and all that. We just need to wait for him to wake up. Bro, I literally just had, like, the right half of the panel, and it looked like there was a chain connected to Yuichi's neck. Look at how long his hair is. Poor Yuichi. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mom. This is like me. This is what I say on a daily basis. I'm sorry, Mom. In the end, that was the only thing I could do to protect you. Mom, what did you say just now? Ugh, creepy face. I'm sorry, Yuichi. There's something I've been hiding from you all this time. I'm pregnant. 10 more pages left to go. So you lied about not being able to get pregnant, and whose child is that? Him, of course. You'll have a new sibling. That's a lie. You only recently started meeting with Sensei alone, right? It's too soon for you to get pregnant. Please, Mom, don't lie to me now. Fine. I won't lie, Yuichi. I'll tell you the truth. This is Masakazu Shibe-kun's child. I see. Why did you accept such a man? Because he's the man I chose and love. I told you not to lie, didn't I? Why did you lie again? Why, Mom? You've been acting strange. You always act like a good mother to me, and yet Yuichi, you... Oh yeah, it's time to take your heart medicine. Here, if you stop lying, I'll let you take them. I'm not lying. Masakazu Shibe is really the man I choose and love, after all. He has the most money. At first, I was planning to marry him, but I backed off because politicians' wives have to go through strict background checks, and later I realized that being a politician's mistress was a better way to earn moolah. So you got pregnant for the sake of money. Yes, you told me that. There is something more important than money in this world. What is it? That was a lie, of course. The most important thing is not friends, it's money. I see. Thank you for being honest with me. But I'm sorry, Mom. I'll pretend I didn't hear that and my app screwed up again. Why? I told you everything as promised. What does she want? Like I assume her wounds are already very life-threatening. Like, does she just want Yuichi to call an ambulance or use his genius abilities to resurrect her? Or Kei could maybe do that. No, Kei could definitely do that. Kei beats Fang Yuan. I want to see a power scaling video of Kei versus Fang Yuan. And Fang Yuan just gets every category except for genius, which goes, okay, obviously, negative. Please, I've always been poor and had a hard time with this body, and now I've finally found a money tree. Please give me the medicine. Yuichi, I want to give birth to this child no matter what, so please don't me. I can't do that. If I did, I'd lose my most important thing. My beloved mother, that is. I'd choose the mother figure I loved. So the other side of her, to make it a lie. I killed someone important to me. Someone important to me, for truly selfish reasons. But that's why I decided to follow the words she gave me. I feel like I'm dangling on the, saying something that'll get me demonetized because of how much I'm saying the D and the K word. Whatever, demonetized, it's stupid. But that's why I decided to follow the words she gave me. There's something more important than money in this world. What is it? Friends. Because I kept those words, then you can laugh at me. Foreshadowing. But if I survive because I kept those words, it means that Mom... My app screwed up again. I'm just going to assume it means you're a liar. No, that's Baku. That's Baku's words. I don't know much about Usagi, but I know that that's his catchphrase. You're a big liar, aren't you? It means that Mom... Oh my god, I got goosebumps everywhere. I have goosebumps everywhere. I did not expect it to end like that. That came like a frickin' truck. Wait, hold on. Let me reset the footage. That came out of nowhere. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I like this. But that... I'm literally reading it. I'm like, it means that Mom... And I'm thinking about what the end of that sentence is, and then I'm just like, wait, did I miss a speech bubble? I don't see a speech bubble. Tomodachi, or maybe it says then it means the Tomodachi game is real or fake or, and then it just says Tomodachi game, Finn. Wow, Yuichi looks so weak. His arms are so skinny. Bro. Bro. Now I understand what people were saying. All that I knew was that people loved the ending. I just kept seeing peak ending, peak ending. This manga is absolute cinema. That's what I said to the person who said that Tomodachi Game is clearly a anyway. Bro. I was not expecting this to be the ending. Bro, literally, someone made a freaking, someone commented on a post I made on Reddit more than a year ago. I didn't even know that I knew what Tomodachi Game was a year ago. But, they just said, so wait, because I made like a Reddit post, hold on. This is so cute. If I scroll aggressively, it goes... Here it is. Guess what? It ended yesterday. Yeah, I made a post and I literally just said, when and how will Tomodachi Game end? Firstly, does anyone know how many chapters this will have? Are we really on the final game? And secondly, how do you think it will end? I feel a manga like this is either going to end in one of 4 ways. 1, it ends happily, with Yuichi and his friends, old and new, hanging out together and having fun. Yes, I know Kokorogi looks like a scum right now, but I remember when Tenji, Shibei, Shiho, and Yuichi have all seemed like that in the past. Every one of them always seems unforgivable until they redeem themselves later, Kei especially. Kokorogi just seems the last one on the checklist, although it may be revealed she's irredeemable in the end to catch us off guard. 2. It ends bittersweet somehow. Perhaps Yuichi defeats the Tomodachi Game for good, but loses all of his friends in the process, or maybe vice versa, and Yuichi ends up sacrificing himself for everyone else or something. 3. It ends on an open-ended cliffhanger of sorts. Maybe it ends with it being heavily implied that Yuichi is going to beat the Tomodachi Game, but it's left unclear as to whether it will actually work or not, or what will actually happen to everyone once it ends. 4, it ends with a massive F you to the audience. Either Yuichi finally gets completely owned and everyone loses Tomodachi Game and literally everything goes wrong, or Yuichi is revealed to be the only irredeemable character and screws everyone over and goes on to befriend 4 new random people and lead the next Tomodachi Game for the next group of unsuspecting players. I don't think the ending really hits any of those. It kind of gets close to, well, I guess all 4 of those. 2 especially, I can't believe it, but the ending is kind of a mix of all. I literally can't believe, that. I'm just in a state of shock, because on the one hand it's I'm sure if I explained the ending to someone it wouldn't seem that impactful, but the fact that it ended so suddenly, of course it ends that way. I'm literally speechless. I literally just can't believe it. I'm not saying that it's the greatest ending of all time, but the author really wanted to find an ending that would satisfy everyone, and he kind of just ended it with an ending that isn't even meant to be satisfying. Of course it has to end that way. Of course we can't find out if Yuichi was right. We can't find out if Yuichi's mom was right. Has to end this way. Does Yuichi live? Does he not? It's up to you to decide. Is money more important than friends? No, it's not. Friends are more important. Like, comment, subscribe. This manga was great. Wild ride. I thought I would be able to tell when the final pages were approaching. Bro, I should have been counting. I should have been looking at the page numbers and been like, oh, okay, here we go, 50, 50. Oh, we're so close, man. I can't bring my... No. Instead, it just I'm just reading. I think I'm on page 40 or whatever, and then it just says, Tomodachi Game, fin. It's so weird, because I'm just thinking back to the very beginning, it doesn't really end in a satisfying way. But, it's not supposed to. That's the whole point of this ending. It's supposed to be ambiguous. Does Yuichi get to prove his mom wrong or not? Who wrote this again? I'm sorry. I know I've seen the author's name before, but I literally can't remember what it is. I'm sure that there's, like, obviously there's more than one person who worked on this thing, right? Like, if not, like, other people have, like, inspired it or whatever. But, okay, it's written by I'm so sorry. I'm going to screw this up. Mikoto Yamaguchi and Yuki Sato, who also illustrated it. And it's published by Kondansha, which is just a business. Boo, business. And Kondansha also did the English one. Guys, thank you. Thank you so much for this manga. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All these TV dramas and anime, they don't deserve to reach this peak. They don't deserve to do that amazing thing. The general public, person from yesterday who said that this manga was full of, they don't deserve this ending. They don't deserve this masterpiece. Masterpiece belongs to us. Thanks for watching, guys. Doctor Who reaction podcast finale should be out next week, and then I might read King of Hearts thing. I'm blown away by that ending. You really did it. You really went all out. See you guys. Classroom of the Elite is never reaching this peak. I'm calling it. Hey, what's up, guys? It's probably not maybe.